I'm Julie Slater. It is 88.5 the SoCal Sound, and I am at the infamous Troubadour with Courtney Marie Andrews. Welcome. How does it feel? Have you been to the Troubadour before?
I have. I actually played a long time ago, and when I played in Damien Gerardo's band for Cycle, and
Oh, that's great.
we played here. But this is my first show of my own here, so
Yeah.
super exciting.
It's pretty wild to see. This is really my first time seeing it without anybody here.
Yeah.
And it feels just like, wait, it's kind of like, where'd all the magic go? It's like what song, as soon as the band gets on stage and like the lights are there, like
Yeah.
this place is just,
It's magical.
oh yeah.
The history and everything.
Have you seen anybody else play here?
No, I just know the history of it so well. Just it's a friend even was just saying, "Oh, I saw Linda Ronstadt play here. And I saw Tom Waits play." It's just one of those clubs that everybody's seen a special intimate show.
Yeah,
So
I mean, looking at the walls, you're just like, oh my gosh,
I know.
how could all these people play here? And I just think about Elton John all the time, that it was like the place where he played that like blew him up.
Whoa.
So it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So now, where are we catching? I think we were talking a little earlier. Are we catching you at the end of your tour, this leg of the tour? Did you say you're playing here tonight, and then you have
In San Diego.
one more date?
Yeah. We've been on the road for about a month. We had like a week off in between, a few weeks each, but so yeah, tomorrow's the last show of the year. Super sad. We've had so much fun. It's kind of actually like we're all pretty
Are you
sad
really
it's ending.
bummed about it?
We
Yeah.
really are. Yeah, it's just been such a good crew, such a good group of people. So
And was this the first leg or the first tour for the latest album? Like, how long have you been on the road? And what about like post-COVID and all that? Have you played other shows?
I miraculously managed to get a tour in last fall.
Wow.
But it felt very different. It was, we weren't going out or anything. It was very insular. So this kind of feels in a way like the first kind of quote unquote semi-normal feeling tour. It's not as kind of rigid and yeah.
Yeah, but it's what sucks though is you still have to worry about
Getting sick or
just
yeah.
having anybody in the crew getting ill, and then you got to cancel all these dates. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your new album, Loose Future. So you played a few songs for us.
Mm-hmm.
I always love to know the story. Naming the album is such a big thing, and it's based off of one of your songs. Like, what is the story behind Loose Future, and how do you feel about your future?
Yeah, well, I think like if anything, the pandemic years just taught all of us that you really cannot predict anything that's going to happen. And I was talking to an old lover, and we were just joking, and it just fell out of my mouth. I was like, you never know, it's a loose future. And I just said that. And then we both started laughing, like, yep, that's a song. And then I, of course, went home and wrote it. And I think a lot of this record, for me personally, it's like tied into, hesitation, not like wanting to let love like be, a center point in my life, but feeling hesitant, from being hurt. So I think like putting the pressure off and like knowing that you just really don't know what's going to happen, like living in the moment. I think that's like, those are the themes that really were like circling my brain when I was writing the record, and why I titled it Loose Future ultimately.
I mean, I sometimes wonder, do you think going through, it still feels weird that everyone went through the pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh, right, every single person. Do you think for yourself that opened up, like making things okay that they're not planned, that your future is loose? Like, I wonder.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have literally a line in the song Older Now. It's like, life is better without plans. Like, the more you expect, the more you kind of choke these expectations and dreams and kind of lay yourself out the carpet or whatever. It's like, it's all over. You gotta,
Yeah.
You're gonna be disappointed. So I think it's like almost like a mantra, just try and
loosen things up.
Yeah, just
Be
like let it
free.
be free. Let it be.
I feel like we're playing a lot of songs that have a free theme lately, which I feel like it's just an ongoing thing with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
At least trying to be more open to whatever's next. Because
you don't know.
reality that we have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, what about, you played 3 songs. You did Loose Future, These Are the Good Old Days. Tell me about Me and Jerry.
Yeah. Well, Me and Jerry is, I mean, it's a song.
Is it about you and Jerry?
It's about me and Jerry. No, it's just a song about, getting outside of your mind and being in your body, particularly in a sexual way, like, and embracing that. And I think, like, I was single for most of the pandemic. So by the time, not to get like too TMI, but by the time it like happened, I was just like, okay, Me and Jerry came out, the song came out, and it was like, human touch is like very essential.
Yeah.
And like also not being outside of your body, not being inside your body, like being too in your head is very detrimental to your like mental health. Like you need a balance, of those things. So I think it's a celebration of love in that way, So.
As we cruise into the new year, do you have any big, how some people say, like, choose a word for 2023? Do you have a word to go with this great music behind us?
A word for 2023. Well, oddly enough, like this year in particular has been a really chaotic, hard year. So for me, like 2023 is like, I don't know, freedom, excitement, fun. I hope to just have a lot of fun in 2023.
And do you have a big tour planned in 2023? Are you just going back for a short stint for the holidays and that and getting back out there?
I do. I have a whole Europe and UK tour for a Loose Future cycle, some stuff in the spring, festivals, that sort of thing. I'm playing in Jeff Tweedy's band and on Kayamo for like a week.
That's so awesome that you play in all these different bands.
Yeah.
How many, do you play mainly guitar in them? How many instruments do you play?
I have no idea what I'm going to be playing in Jeff Tweedy. I think I'm going to be singing.
You just show up and they just throw an instrument.
Yeah. No, I mean, I usually, and when I did Jimmy World, it was like keys and singing. I mean, my early 20s, I didn't even mean to be in people's bands. It just happened. And I really, it's just something. I was always going to be a songwriter, and then I just kept asking to be in, kept being asked to be in bands, so I would do it, and I love it. It's like, it's really fun to like support people's music as well, and not always be the center of attention.
Well, right. It must be nice to walk on stage. There's so much less pressure.
I love both. I love it. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mostly sing, and sometimes acoustic, keys, electric. I played electric in Damien's band, and yeah, so just whatever works, whatever the song needs, whatever they need. It's exciting to do that as well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a song on the record that came together either the most easiest way or was more of a struggle?
It's funny you asked that, because the whole record was like, I came to Sam with like 50 or 60 songs, and we only did songs that made us feel excited. You know what I mean? Like so every song in a sense was easy. Like any song we were fighting or like struggling to get didn't end up on the record. So,
That's a lot of songs to to whittle down and figure out.
Yeah, and there's a whole other album in them, that of songs, a separate collection that just are so different and belong in their own sort of wheelhouse. But yeah.
And do you think you'll put those out at another time?
Probably at some point,
Yeah. Do you throw any of them in while you're touring?
Yeah, we did a few this summer. We did some. This particular tour we haven't done as many, but yeah. Just depends on how it feels,
And you said at one point you were living in Seattle. You're originally from, is it Arizona?
Yeah, I'm from Phoenix, yeah.
Oh. And now you live, did you say Nashville?
Yeah.
How do you?
I'm doing the four corners of the U.S. Next will be Northeast or something.
How long have you been there, and how do you like living there?
I've been there for like 4 years now. I moved right before the pandemic. I feel like the pandemic's like BC, AC kind of vibes. It's like I moved BP before the pandemic. yeah, I moved there about 4 years ago, and yeah, it's been fun. It's a good community of people.
How different is it from Seattle?
Oh, so different. My life
Yeah.
couldn't be any more different.
Yeah.
I feel like I've lived like multiple lifetimes in each place. Seattle's like was a quiet place for me. I was a bartender, I was like a backup singer, but I was like releasing records. But I hadn't had like a career yet when I lived in Seattle, you know, like of my own.
Yeah.
And so moving to Nashville was also like came with like things started picking up and I was able to tour. And
Do you think you'll stay there for a while?
I'm not sure, you know, I definitely don't know if it's my forever place, but for now it's a
Are you
good place
leaving
to
your
be.
future loose?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Always. It's the words to live by. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. We really hope you have a great rest of your tour and the next year, traveling all over the world. It's really amazing to play the Troubadour, and we're so glad that you popped by 88.5, the SoCal Sound, and also to perform these songs for us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Thank you.
Come by.
Crooked teeth, cigarette, with foolish ways we place our bets. I have learned from my mistakes. There's parts of me I can't give away. I just wanna take it slow. Don't wanna give a yes or no. Can we play it cool? Lose future. If you wanna ride with me. Lose future. me and Jerry got a good thing going. Two cigarettes, autonomy, two vagabonds with a history were out of our minds, out People like me think feelings are facts for